Hello and welcome to part 2 of this installment of the Market Leaders video tutorial series. The name of this installment, the part 2 of this installment, is thematically centered on the concept of keyword research. So what I did in the previous installment was to show you how to begin and start the process of researching the most profitable keywords for your business industry using a Google tool, digital web tool called the Google Keyword Planner. As you can see here, I've just arrived at the screen and it's called the Google Keyword Planner. What this tool does is, when you type in your product or your service here, and I've used the example of a mobile car valeting company, which is a familiar example to me because my very first customer as a marketing consultant in London was and still is a customer of mine, a man who runs a mobile car valeting company, and they have equipment which him and his team go and visit your premises, your home or your business location, your office. And they have this very interesting sort of waterless car cleaning kit, and they clean your car on site very quickly and efficiently without leaving any mess and water behind, which is great. So I'm using them as an example right now to complete a keyword research project. So I've put in mobile car valeting into here, and as you can remember probably from part 1 of this, when I did that, it threw up all of these other instances of related keywords as examples. Now, Google, being the primary search engine globally online, they are a great repository and have great amounts of data on the search traffic that they generate every single day, every moment, every day. There are people across the world who are all hitting Google and searching for various products and services and interesting things that they need. And Google, therefore, have at their disposal lots and lots of business intelligence to tell small business owners like us, by using a tool like this Keyword Planner tool, the most appropriate and profitable keywords that are being used right now by our customers. And in this example, I've gotten to page 2, which is 31 to 60 of just under 800 keywords, one of which I've already, or a couple of which I've already put in my plan here. This is my own personal plan. Just ignore the date and all this money related stuff here. As we said, we're not using it to plan a paid Google AdWords advertising campaign. We're just using it with which as a means of drawing down the most relevant keywords for our organic SEO campaign, which is not paid, not advertising, but just purely plugging in those keywords into our highly search engine friendly WordPress website, which I've given videos previously on how to build and install, and once I put those keywords into my WordPress website, I'm expecting to launch it on Google and then to continue on in the work of making it rise the ranks. And if I use the keywords well and using the right methodology, which I'll also show you how to do in later videos, then we're expecting over time to climb the ranks and start to generate traffic and inquiries and revenue and profit for the business. So this is page 2. And I will just keep going down this list and click on any keywords which are relevant for my London-based mobile car valeting company. Mobile car valeting London, for example, is a good one. 110 hits it had every month, average monthly searches. How about, we don't want products, we're not selling products. How about mobile car wash London? Mobile car wash London, that is quite relevant. And it generates about 90 average searches, 90 average searches for per month for mobile car wash London. And I'll just click the arrow here and just keep adding them as I go along. As you can see, the number keeps going up by 1, and now I've got 4. What else? Mobile car valet. Mobile car valet. That's good as well. That's about 90 per month it would generate at the top level. And I just keep adding them in here. And maybe I'll go for one more just as an example. Go to the next page, and mobile car detailing. Detailing is slightly different to washing. If you did that, you could also add detailing as well. Let's have a quick look here. Car valeting London. All right, let's just go with that as well. I mean, some people may just type in car valeting London, meaning mobile car valeting, as opposed to the types where the driver has to drive their car to location. But you know, we have to kind of spread broadly and think a bit broadly when we're to accommodate all types of visitors to the website and their preferences for the way they would word the service. So have to be a bit broad, but not so broad that we completely miss the mark entirely and are generating lots of hits, but things that aren't relevant to our commercial interest. So we've got a number there. Let's just say we added a good few hundred, and I'll just say in this case, let's just say we added all of the 100 and 800 and something, 800 or so keywords. But let's say out of the 800, I had already selected 200. You have to go at it for quite a while to do that, and for the interest of time, I'll do this. And the next thing we need to do is to select this download plan button. So here is our plan, and it consists of all our selected keywords. Eventually, we've selected several hundred keywords, which we're sure all of them are going to be relevant for people in our industry, for customers in our industry seeking our services specifically. I download the plan. I click that down button. It gives me a few check boxes and things here. I want to include average monthly searches. Let's segment it by month as well to show the kind of seasonal trend of the keywords and how much traffic they generate from month to month, which will be interesting. Let's change the file format away from Excel editor CSV to Excel CSV, so I can put that into an Excel spreadsheet file. I click then download. I don't want to save it to Google Drive. I just click download, and then it's now download. It says your download is available. So I save the file to my local computer. As I do that, it springs up on my laptop with this keyword planner Excel spreadsheet. It says open with Microsoft Office Excel default. I click on that, and as you can see here, there was a downward arrow that just appeared there, and that now means that it's been downloaded, and I can click on that arrow and it gives me my planner. I click on my planner, bang, there it is. It's right there on the screen. What I can do now is I can customize the appearance of this in order to just prune away any excess information that may distract me in the process of analyzing this to select the most, and highlight the most applicable keywords for me. So the first one, ad group. Well, they're all going to be related to that ad group which I use for my primary keyword, which is mobile car valeting. So I don't need to have that column in the way. Let's just delete that. Also broad. Broad, they were just broad suggestions. Of course, every one of them is a broad suggestion, so we don't need that. We don't need the currency detail here either, because we're not interested in any sort of financial transactions with Google or anything like that. We're just using this as a keyword research tool, so I can get rid of that. The next thing, if I just extend these columns, the next thing is segmentation. There's nothing in segmentation at all really of any use, so we can get rid of that too. Average monthly. Now these are the average monthly searches. We want to keep that because that does give us an idea of the level of hits that you'd expect from those keywords across the whole. All the this is traffic this is all traffic generated by this single keyword in an entire month in London. So car wash, there are 2,900 searches for the keyword car wash in London, in any of the London areas, by people searching in London, either on mobile phones, laptops, or desktops, iPads, or anything like that, using the keyword car wash only in London. 2,900 per month, every month on average. So that's what this statistic is really telling us. Competition, anything after that is not really that relevant up until there, so we'll just kind of delete that as well. And then what we've got thereafter are the searches per month. So again, we can see seasonal variation. If we take car wash, for example, you can see it's quite high in September, October, December and January, where it's really rainy and snowy, where people really want to have their cars washed. And then it gets to the warmer months, or like spring, and then going into summer, then it gets, again, it gets very popular, because then people are really wanting to be seen in their cars, I would expect, and therefore more searches are made for that keyword in those months. So there we go. That is simply how we would do it. And what we do here is just scroll down the keywords. We could even just, what I would do here? I would just click on here and I'll go to data and I'd say, sort. I would say sort. And we'd sort by column B, which is average monthly hits. And we'll start with the largest first, using these Excel spreadsheet commands, and that would sort all of the keywords with the largest amount of hits first, down to the smallest amount of hits at the very bottom. Now that's helped us a great deal. Now we can see which are the ones that are going to be most profitable to us. Now clearly there is a balance, isn't there? If I go for the top keyword of car wash, which generates 2,900 hits a month, it also happens to be the most competitive by nature, because it generates the most, which is going to be most difficult, because there are going to be many car wash services of all different types and segments in the market who will all be trying to appear on Google for that. Whereas if I went for that keyword, I may never reach the first page because it's so competitive, or I may reach the first page, but after maybe 5 years of constantly pouring in efforts to get there. So maybe I want to go in at softer ground, somewhere maybe about 30. I could go for something like car valet in North London, which only generates 30 hits, but it's less competitive, and I have a much greater opportunity to arrive at a very profitable level on the first page of Google for this keyword. So I could go for that. So maybe I'll just highlight that in green so I remember to come back to it, or to prioritize it in my planning. If I scroll further down, I can see more keywords, again at the 20 hits a month. If I look to get to position 1 in Google rankings for a 20 hit per month keyword, I'll be looking to get at least a third of all of those searches. So really, if we're looking at a tenth of those searches being 2, a third of those searches of 20 being 6, so about 6 per month. In my metrics planning, I may want to have maybe about 100 hits per month in order to convert maybe 10, to get 10 jobs in a month, maybe 2 jobs a week or something like that, maybe more. So in which case I would want to have, if I'm looking for 100 hits, I want to get, if I'm getting 6 hits from from this 20, I may need what, that'd be 10, maybe like 20 of these keywords, 20 of these 20 average hits a month keywords. So let's go from 180 to maybe 200. Is that 20? Have I counted that right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I did these and I got to the top of all of these keywords here, then I'll be looking to draw down 100 hits, maybe a month, and convert, maybe a couple of jobs a week out of that, which would be good going. So that's kind of this process that I'm looking at now, and because of that, I'm having to make some, some assertions and some decisions at this level. I've already highlighted one. Maybe I'll go through and I'll highlight as many as I can in order to get a full, plan of primary keywords that I want to use. I don't use all of them for one page. I may spread them out, so each page maybe would target individual keywords. So if I've got 20 keywords there, I may have 20 pages, which each one of those would target. So that's how you design your primary keyword strategy for your WordPress website. Now, the next installment is going to be looking at long tail keywords, or low-hanging fruit, in your keyword research plan. But for now, that's it. This has been Market Leaders video tutorial series. Until next time, thanks again. Bye for now.